In this video, I'm going to show you how to cut your lead generation costs by up to 50%. When you're running ads on Google or Facebook or TikTok or whatever it is, the simple concept that I'm going to show you in this video is going to help you cut your costs, because what I'm seeing in Leadbase, our Skool, is people are focusing on the wrong things. And I think a lot of times on YouTube, people are talking about the wrong things. So I'm going to show you exactly how I've always brought my lead costs down over the past 7 years of running a lead generation agency. If you don't know what a lead generation agency is, we essentially generate leads. Maybe our lead costs us $10 to generate, and we go in and we sell that lead for $20 and we make $10 profit. That is how our entire model works. And then we do that several thousand times per month in terms of generating leads with paid ads. The number one lever that we can pull is that we can get our leads to be cheaper so that we can make more margin when we sell them. So let's jump on the computer and I'll show you exactly how I do this every single month. I continually bring my lead costs down so that I can make more money. Let's do it. All right, guys, I got the collared polo on today, so you know I mean business. I'm usually in a t-shirt, but I got some meetings today, so I gotta look professional. Guys, the biggest thing that you guys are missing is what I'm gonna show you here. I feel like everyone talks about structure and ABO versus CBO, which I'm going to do a video on after this. You know, how to structure campaigns, how to do bid caps and target CPAs on Meta and Google and all these different things. And those are all fine. Those are great. I think those are worth testing, but those are just secondary things in my opinion. As long as you have the basic structure correct in your ad account, which is you're running the lead generation goal in terms of your account, you're not running traffic or something like that. In my opinion, it doesn't matter too much how you structure your campaigns. Now, there are ways that you could, structure your campaign that might get you a 5 or 10% reduction in your lead cost. But at the end of the day, the thing that's going to get you a 50% reduction in your lead cost is your creatives. And I think people overlook this a lot. They're always worrying about structure and, having perfect amount of ad sets and the perfect amount of ads in each ad set. And they forget that they actually need good ads that convert people on the other end. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, our basic structure that we use is when we're starting completely fresh with new angles, we run one ad per ad set. And in the Andromeda age, this drives people crazy. They think, that people have different opinions on this, obviously. But when I have 30 ads that I want to test, I run one ad in one ad set at $5 a day. I do this so that I can force spend to every single ad to get a sense of how they're going to work. Because if I took all 30 of those ads and threw them in one ad set, it would spend money on 2 or 3 of them. And a lot of times those 2 or 3 aren't the actual winners at the end of the day. They just happen to be the ones that out of the gate performed a little bit better. And then Facebook started pumping spend into them. And sometimes Facebook is right and sometimes it isn't. But in my opinion, it makes sense to start with a split test where we do one ad per ad set. Then you can take all the winners from that test. Let's say you tested 30 ads and you had 7 or 8 winners that had a good click-through rate or a good cost per lead. Then you can throw them into an Andromeda style single ad set and let it rip, because you've been given this pointer on what's working. Furthermore, once you know those 7 are working, you have so much data to work off of. You can start to implement different variations of those ads and repackage them. And that's the word I'm going to be using in this video. I'm going to show you how to repackage your angles, your hooks, your offers, so that you can make different types of creators and have different angles. My dog is barking. Because at the end of the day, that is actually what's going to help you win, is having different ways of pitching, your winning creative. So when I find a creative that's working and gaining traction, that's going to help me do a bunch of things. It's going to help me cut my lead costs. It's going to help me scale. A lot of you guys are struggling with scaling, and it's because your creatives just aren't good enough to scale. You might get a couple leads at a good cost, but then you try and scale and it just falls over. You need more creatives. You need better creatives. You need to repackage your hooks, your offers, your creatives. So I was messing around with Claude and made this little tool that we're going to use today. What this will help us do is take our boring, cookie cutter offers that we have, or, maybe again, you have a winning offer that's actually pretty good. It's going to help you craft some different offers. And I'll put the link to this in the description once I publish this on the Leadbase site for you guys to use. This is just a starting point, but hopefully it helps you think about how could I take something like, get an investment plan, or get your free investment plan today, get your whatever it is, something kind of simple like that. How do I take that and then repackage it? So let's use roofing as an example. Get roofing quotes today. And let's let this thing run. And this is going to help us take this, again, your boring ad, and morph it so we can not only have different copy angles, different headline angles, different hooks in terms of like the first line of our copy. It'll help us craft UGC scripts if we want to do that, scripts for Revid. It'll help us craft different creatives. It'll help us do a ton of different things. And that was nice and fast. So examples, get a roof, get roofing quotes today. We replace, so case study, this one's super strong, I use this all the time. We replace this oak fill roof for $8,200, less than the big name company quoted. Same materials, same warranty, done in 2 days. That's so packed with value, right? So we've got a targeted place, Oakville, I assume that's Ontario, 8,200 less than the big name company quoted. Same material, same warranty. So we're the same as these guys, but we're $8,200 cheaper, and we're doing it in your city. Like, that's so much stronger than the basic offer. Hidden mistake. Okay, so this is more of a fear-based or insight-based angle. Most homeowners don't check this one thing before hiring a roofer. That's why 40% end up with leaks in 3 years. It's like, don't hire a freaking dum-dum to come do your roof. You better do it right. Stop getting copy and paste quotes from roofers who've never looked at your actual roof problem. Again, so I'm just going to go through some of these. I always love the trust angle because there's so many ads out there. I feel like this should be in every single marketer's stack, is calling out the issue with the industry and then trying to figure out how you can get them to trust you. So here's exactly what your roof replacement costs and why. No inflated estimates, no surprise fees, no runaround. So this would work great in solar. This would work great in anything where, maybe final expense, where people have seen so many ads and have been fed kind of false promises and stuff like that. So this is just saying straight up, here's what it's going to cost. Maybe you have like a quote calculator on the other page. Maybe that's not possible and you need to figure out how to pitch this differently. But transparency, I would say my favorites here so far, case study, transparency. I tend to not go super heavy on fear-based angles. I find they don't work as well for me, but a lot of people use them. New framework, your roof isn't leaking yet, but those warning signs. So that's more fear-based. So case study, transparency, those are my favorites so far. Myth, a new roof costs $25K. Reality, most homeowners overpay by $6,000 because they don't know these 3 things. So I'm really into, again, these inquisitive kind of like, I want them to click. And this is going to make somebody click because they're like, I got to know the 3 things. I feel like a lot of people give away the farm in the ad and there's no reason for somebody to click. And so this is a very good way to get people to click through, and you talk about, here's the 3 things. Oh, people overcharge. Did you know the average roofing company is profiting off of you because blah, blah, blah. They don't use good materials and this thing, right? And then, so do you want to work with a trusted pro in your area? Fill out the quiz below. Okay, so myth busting, I like that one a lot. Most roofers will give you a quote and disappear. We're the ones who actually show up and finish the job correctly. It's fine. That doesn't really tell them anything about why they should trust us. It's just like, we're going to do a good job. I like to have numbers in there or intrigue. So it's okay. The numbers, 847 roofs completed, 4.9 out of 5 stars, average project 9,200. See exactly what neighbors paid. Pretty solid. So numbers based, testimonials based. I would then take one of my clients' testimonials and take their name out of it and morph it a little bit so that it said like our partner, or just was not mentioning their name, and take out any name, like individual people's names and stuff like that. And then in the headline of the ad, you could have 4.9 star emojis across 5 stars, right? So that always works really well. Fear-based, simple math. This is the one fear-based one that I would probably use because it's math focused and not just being like, your roof's going to explode like an atomic bomb on your face. Sorry. That's a little too intense, but this is saying, hey, a small leak now, you fix it now. But if you leave it too long, that could cause huge problems. So that anything math-based I tend to like. You could use math in the positive sense too, where kind of like above here where, this is kind of combining, not the case study. It was the, myth busting one where it's like, in reality, it's $6,000 less. This could work well in other niches like the solar niche where people, the classic one is save on your electricity bill because you're paying for the solar, which probably seems to have turned out to be a lie. I feel like people don't really like their solar, but the ad hook worked really well, even though those companies didn't seem to deliver as far as I can see. Maybe not all of them. I don't know. Anyways, stop worrying every time it rains. Stop calling for buckets. Calling for buckets. That's funny. Get a roof that actually protects your home. Not bad. Again, lifestyle outcome. I feel like it's just a harder one to pitch because there's so much noise online. I think lifestyle outcome could work for something that is more like personal base. But when it comes to like your roof, that's just like a commodity more. If it was more like a deck or landscaping or something like even like a reno, I think a lifestyle outcome could work a little bit more. But saying like, hey, I bet you in your lifestyle don't like getting rained on. It's like, yeah, it's kind of obvious. But still could be a great angle. Why do insurance companies approve our roof claims 3 times faster than other contractors? It's not what you think. So I love the curiosity gap all the time. Again, I want the click. This is great. This is good because, again, it forces people to say, well, what's the secret? I want to know the secret. Okay, so I love the curiosity gap. I love math. I love myth busting. I love case study. I love not transparency. What was it? The numbers, maybe? Go back and watch the video. You can see which ones I like here. Oh, cool. So it breaks them down. Claude is so sick, guys. If you're not using Claude, what are you doing? So what I would do then is I would take these angles, I'd copy them, I'd maybe throw them into Claude again or ChatGPT, whatever. I tend to use ChatGPT like my search engine. I mess around on there, but Claude is great for building things. So I'll take this curiosity gap and I'd say, write 5 punchy, hard-hitting angles around this. And then I would take those and I would kind of morph them as I see fit. And I do the same thing for all of these. Then I could take this ad and put it into Revid and say, write me a script and create a slideshow video around it. Then I could copy it and put it into a UGC video. Then I could do that 5 times over. And that is how you win, guys. That's the simple concept of this video is, again, you can structure your account all you want, but it's not going to get your lead cost from $100 to $30, which I have done many times, more than 50% cutting my costs. I have ads that have been running since 2021 now, maybe 2020, that I have not turned off, guys, because I did this over and over again until I found an evergreen angle that just crushed it. Okay. And I will tell you, video content, UGC style content that is trust-based for me works very well. Okay. So those are my tips for this video. If you want to cut your lead cost by 50%, this is the way to do it. I'm going to link to our Leadbase Pro group in the description. I'm also going to link to Leadbase Free because on March 27th at 12 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be doing a live free call where I go through this and I help you guys craft your offer so that you can cut your lead costs. So make sure you join Leadbase Free and you join that call. It's gonna be awesome, and I will be posting the replay of that call as well. But if you want more, you want insights like this every week straight to your dome from multiple coaches. We have a call every single Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then you're gonna want to join Leadbase Pro for $99 a month. It's the best lead gen community on the planet, and it's not $15,000, guys. It's a no-brainer. See you next video. Bye.